Morning, folks. 58 degrees out this nice summer day. Had the chickens out since, well, for the past 2 hours, almost 3. We managed to band all the older chicks, or ladies, last night. We figure that, yeah, next year I'm just going to get the meat birds. Year after that, I'll get meat birds and some more laying hens. And we'll find forever homes for the ladies. They'll still produce for the next 7 years. It's just, it's not profitable. The garden's going nuts. Got 3 more nesting boxes. Going to work on that today. I'm going to fasten these a little different. I'm going to fasten them to the surface and put a brace underneath each one. I'm going to put, well, I got to cut down to here. I'm going to put 3 holes, boom, 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 there, and 2 holes there and there. That's where I'm going to screw them to the wall. And with the brace underneath, it should be alright. Lesson learned. We've lost a bunch of carrots. Next year, we're going to have to put up at least a semi-fence around things to keep the birds out. They haven't been messing with the tomatoes, so that's a plus. I think next year I'll put a partial fence down through here, plant all this, and right about there is where I'll set up the pen for the meat birds. Got a plan. We'll just see how fruitful it is. I'll start them off in the hen house in that crate with a heat lamp on them. When they get old enough, they'll be out there. We're going to be doing a little bit of canning here in a couple of weeks. We got all sorts of fruit and everything's blossoming. And the volunteer garden, well, we've got blossoms. Hard to see. We got blossoms and buds, even over there. Sometime I'm going to make a real fire pit. It's just not that important right now. Come down here to the solitude. Come here just about every day. during the summer. Well, during the good weather, when it's all iced over, maybe once a month. I'll spend a half hour or so out here. It's just very calming. Peaceful. Anyways, gonna wrap this up for now. After breakfast, I'll start working on the nesting boxes. Give you a little bit of a sample there. Later. What I've done is I've cut the front so that they can get into it easily. I also put 2 holes down there, 3 holes up here. Thinking I'm not going to need washers for up here, but the bottom definitely. So what I'm going to do today is put up 2 more, one there, and then the third one will go there. If I have the time today, I will be hanging another perch coming along here, because I'm going to hang, I want to hang eventually a nest there and a nesting box there. These 2 panels will have windows in them, as well as hang, I want to hang eventually a nest there and a nesting box there. These 2 panels will have windows in them, as well as one in the door. Then if I find I need more nesting boxes, I've got that whole wall. So such a problem to have on a homestead. Catch you in a bit.
You done?
Got 1 nesting box, 2, and the third one. And you see there's 3 screws across the top, 2 across the bottom. And then I've got this shelf brace supporting it as well. Should be alright. Just a little improvement to the coop.
We've got a spiral sliced ham here we're gonna have for dinner. I'm just cutting the package open. It's a little over 11-pound ham. It's pre-cooked, it just needs to be reheated, but I figure that's gonna take probably a good 2.5 hours or so. If I can get it out of the plastic.
Humid-proof packaging.
Yeah. Either I'm going weak or that knife needs to be sharpened.
The knife needs to be sharpened.
I need to get this in the oven because it's got juices in it. Or get it in the sink, excuse me. So it has a glaze packet that came with it that we'll do at the very end. You can see it's already sliced. We'll give it a try. I'm going to put it cut side down. Tasty. And I'm just going to cover it and put it in the oven. And glaze it till about 10-15 minutes before it's ready to come out.
Putting any moisture in there?
I'm going to put a little bit of water to cover the bottom. Just enough to keep it from drying out. I've got the oven preheating at 350. Easy peasy. So it's been about 2.5 hours and it's hot, and there's a glaze packet that came with this ham that I'm going to use, and it was just you warmed it up and pour it over the top. See if I can spread some down on the slices a little bit. Not entirely sure what all is in this glaze, but I can tell there's brown sugar because it's got the brown sugar crystals. And then it says to put in the oven for another 5 minutes with the lid off. Got that side pretty much.
Somewhat.
I can't
there
see.
We go.
Okay, back in the oven for 5 minutes. I can smell cloves.
Yep.
So there's the ham, all glazed and ready to go. And we've got some leftover mashed potatoes and some Brussels sprouts, and it smells good. We'll see how it tastes.